like comic books?
Comic books.
Comic books, yeah.
Comic books.
Comic books.
I'm quite keen on comic books.
Movies.
Movies.
The movies. Stupid TV shows. TV shows.
But what are some of your favorite TV shows?
Can be enjoyed as video games, as TV shows, books, movies, the entire world. Wholeheartedly embrace the apocalypse. Let's start the show.
I love that intro. We can't hear you, Daniel.
Oh, you're muted.
Uh-oh.
Why did I mute?
There you go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Look, I'm still shaking off the rust from all the Christmas stuff. It's been
You still got that nog in you.
Just a lot of not being at home and doing activities. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm ready to crawl back into my cave.
You have more activities?
I know. It's like seeing family multiple days of the week.
What's with all these aunts and uncles?
Too many. We have a lot.
Too many.
Big family, so. But welcome, everyone, to the Next Issue podcast. This is our Sunday edition. We didn't have a show yesterday, but for those faithful to the channel, I did drop a video of 5 comics that did not make my top 2025 list because there's not enough issues. That was my main premise of it. There's just not enough for me to be like, this deserves to be in 2025. So, and while I go through the calendar, I don't know if you guys have any of those, if you can think of that you're kind of, we're working on our list for best of 2025. So let me go through the schedule. Our tentative, this is always like any good wrestling card. This is subject to change. But on January 3rd, our Saturday show, we'll have the results for the survey. So if you haven't voted on our survey, which we've gotten a lot of responses already, so thank you everybody that's already responded. But it closes on December 31st. So that's the last day you have to vote, because then I got to put together all the data and prepare for the show. But that's going to be on January 3rd. On January 10th, we're going to talk about best comic books of 2025, tentatively. On January 17th, we'll talk about our favorite movies, the best movies of 2025. So that gives us a little bit of leeway to make sure that we've caught everything. I'll talk about one thing that might make the list that I watch later on when we talk about our movies. We also have our on the 24th, we'll do like any other best stuff, like miscellaneous stuff, like TV shows are so scattered and you know, books. I've actually read some books this year. And just anything else that we think is worthy of a mention of a best of 2025.
Best French fry you had.
Yeah. Oh, best meal.
Best meal. Yeah. Best nap.
Best mall visit. Best new mall.
Yeah.
The best nap will be the next nap.
That's right. And then on January
it's your
31st,
future nap that's always the best nap. That's right.
Oh, yeah. On January 31st, our last show of the month, we will have our results for our movie fantasy draft that we did last at the beginning of the summer. Right before, I think it was right after Thunderbolts, maybe. Yeah. Right. So yeah, we got a jam-packed January. So before we get into our one piece of news, did you guys come up with any comics that you kind of left on the cutting room floor that you want to tease?
As like the best of for 2025 that did not.
Yeah, like that you kind of left off, because so one of the ones that I left off was the new Galactic from Distillery, because it's only have one issue, and I really love that issue. It's great, but it's only had one issue, so like it's probably gonna end up on my list next year. So I just wait.
So the way I went about it is I don't know if we've been given explicit instructions yet as to how to come up with our best list, but I've come up with 5 Marvel, 5 DC, 5 indie, or whatever that means these days, and then 1 event comic. So I have a list of 16 altogether. But I tried to make sure everybody was represented. But there were a few that were like, I was like, oh, this would make the list if there were more issues, like Captain America, Zdarsky's Captain America, 4 issues in maybe 5 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was great. It was just wasn't quite enough for me to be like, even though that's almost half the year.
Yeah.
I feel like he needed to get through one full story arc, and we aren't there yet. So
yeah, it's not a hard rule for me, but I like to have it at least that it's enough to fill out a whole volume of
yeah.
whether that's 4, 5, or 6, however you plan, however the arc is planned. So that's kind of how I went. But yeah, so Darsky's. I have I started with a list of 32 series. And I've
I've done things like
I don't
Cheetah
even
and
think I read that
Cheshire
many
robbed the
comics.
Justice League. I have friends in another Discord that were trying to read. I think their goal is to read something like 2,000 comics next year.
Oh,
20,000 comics. 20,000 comics
all together.
20?
That's too much. That's too many.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was like that's way too many. No, it's got to be 2,000 because 20,000 is insane.
Each?
2,000 I think is what it is. And I started and so I started doing the math because in my head I'm like I probably read from the new comics every week.
Oh, sorry.
Every week. And so that times 52 is like 700. It's almost 800 comics. I think I'd probably max out at like maybe 1,000 comics a year.
Damn.
Of reading. But to double that, I would never get anything else done. That's like nothing else would have ever happened.
Yeah,
I've tried to set reading goals of like at least 1 to 3 trades a week coming up because now that I can start reading again, I'm trying to like make myself get caught up on stuff.
Yeah, that's just the new stuff. So that doesn't count like any of the stuff we read for book club or anything. I'm just reading out on my own. So
wow, that's
a lot of reading.
That's an interesting goal. Comics are very weird to do a goal like that because like for the trade, do you count if it's 6 issues? Like, do you count that as 6 comics that you read, or is it just the one trade?
I would count it as 6 comics, but I guess it would depend on the story. So like if it were just like, I don't know, Arkham Asylum, I mean, that's not much larger than a normal comic. I don't,
but
Blankets would count as 1, but that's like a book,
Yeah. So interesting. What a lofty goal. 2,000 comics. Like I read a lot of comics weekly just because of what we do for the channel, but I don't know that no, 2,000 is too many. There's no way I read.
Do we want to do a show total of how many books we've all read for the year?
We can try.
I mean, every time we come in with our books for the week, you could put a total, but I'm curious because I'm pivoting from singles to trades. So,
okay.
So that's one of the things I might do in the new year. We are getting off track of our but this is this is our in between weeks, in between the big holiday shows.
Yeah,
should be a little scatterbrained, but I am thinking about moving off of some single issues and then trade waiting on some of these things because I'm Exquisite Corpses. I'm starting to like forget who these people are because I am reading so many things in between month to month that I'm just like, who's got what? Like the concept of Exquisite Corpses is a bunch of rich people, descendants of the 13 original colonies. Rich people are having this tournament play out in a small Midwestern kind of American town where each individual 13 people gets their own serial killer to try to kill as many people in this small town and each other. And then whoever's killer wins the contest wins the most power in America, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Who wrote this?
This is Tinian and a bunch of other people. This is...
I should have guessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's great. It's great. But you've got all the rich people you're following, that storyline, you've got the killers, and you've got all the townspeople. So there's like, even though the character, you're not like involved in everybody, there's like 40 characters in this book already. And they're not, I mean, some of them have been killed off really instantly and quickly. So you're not making a connection with each one. But at the same time, I think each one is important into how the story plays forward. So I'm just like, who is what now? And the same thing's happening with Tom King's Wonder Woman. Like when I read a bunch of books month to month, it's hard for me to keep track of. If your story's not killer, then I'm going to forget it by the end of the month.
Yeah, I think one thing that helps me is that I just talk about all these things, and I have to put cohesive thoughts together to make the videos. So that
Yeah.
helps me go back and like, yeah. But a lot of the time, I do have to go back and kind of just read, like the Trinity, daughter of Wonder Woman. I went back and just read from the beginning because I wasn't reading that month to month. So you're right. Yeah, I think we might throw in some what are they called, resolutions on our
Yeah.
survey show with
Oh,
some
okay.
comic book resolutions, which I love that we just produce the show on the fly. But at least we have a little bit of advance notice for this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd be interested to hear what you guys plan to reread this new year, because I used to always have like a set of books I would reread, and I'm curious if we have any overlap on some of those books.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
that's interesting because I never plan my rereads. Like I just kind of stumble onto them for different reasons
Yeah.
throughout the year. But yeah, I think we definitely should try to keep track of our goal or our read. And I try to this year I try to log in to League of Comics, like what I've been reading.
Yeah.
But recently I have been more active. Like anything that we make a video for, I'll go in and post it there because I think that's another way to get an audience.
Oh yeah.
And then that logs it as my read. It's technically a review, and if you want to drop a link, you have to write at least 200 words. So it's not just you're not just spamming, I guess, which is
Yeah.
pretty smart on their part. But it's kind of a pain in the ass for me because I'm like, let me figure out what
Chat
I wanna do.
GPT, please give me a 200-word synopsis
yeah.
of.
So
Have you guys
Yeah.
used Storygraph, the alternative to Goodreads?
I have it, but I've only been using it for books, not for comics.
Okay.
But
I guess
should-
because I do more trades, it's easier for me to use that one.
yes,
Wait,
I
have
think
we
that-
canceled Goodreads? Is that what's happened? What's
I mean,
Well,
going
it's
on?
an
Amazon.
company, so
Oh, I see.
I just and they Amazon well Goodreads made it really it's also the app is a lot crappier now. It was never a good app when they were not bought out first, but I was like, but at least I was like, whatever, they're trying to do something. But yeah,
I used
it's
to.
kind of worse.
I haven't been on Goodreads in forever, but I used to troll pretty hard on Goodreads with my book reviews. Like I would slam Chuck Palahniuk books as like hipster studded belt trash, and I would get the hate comments.
Bros would come for you.
They would come
Bros
for
will
me, and I
come
knew
for
that
you.
they were going to come for me. And I am honestly not a big Chuck Palahniuk fan, but because I do think he's a little bit edgelordy for me, for my tastes. Now come for me. I think he's edgelordy.
I
the
love
author of
Chuck
Fight Club.
Palahniuk.
Okay,
I
just
love
for-
Chuck
yeah.
Palahniuk.
Context for our viewers, that is the author of Fight Club, so it makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say
You
you're
gotta read
wrong.
more
there.
than Fight Club. There's
Yeah, of
you gotta
course.
read
of
more
course.
than Fight Club.
I've read 2 or 3 of them. I've read Fight Club. I've read Choke. I think it was Choke. Maybe.
Choke, yeah.
And then I forget. But I was just like, I get it. I get what you're doing. Anyway, so yeah, that and I forget what the other one was, but yeah, I pissed off all the little indie bros that on the road, I think is what else the other one that got other people. Anyway, but I haven't been to Goodreads in forever. Like I will go there if I can't remember the name of an author of a book.
Mhm.
Like, oh.
Well, Storygraph is a good alternative if you're looking to get off of that. But I've only been using it for books, and I also have not been good about it. I see. I don't want to connect my brain to the internet, but there's stuff that I'd be like, it'd be so much easier if it just auto logged. So okay.
No. The internet's just going to be bots next year. It's just going to be dead.
it's just
So
gonna-
don't plug your
we're gonna-
brain into the dead internet.
We're gonna have to come up with new internet. Just a new internet for the beginning. We've lost that one. It's like the iterations of the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
We've lost that version.
Yeah.
That's for them. The bots can keep it and do whatever they want and do an uprising and blood out the sun or whatever. Okay. We don't have any big quick hits or anything like that, but we do have something big happening the Ultimate Universe from Marvel is coming to an end, and it begins on December 31st, on the last day of the year, with Ultimate Endgame #1. This is a book by Dennis Camp. I think we're all fans of Dennis Camp's writing here.
Yeah.
Even if you're not reading the superhero stuff, he's got a lot of really good indie stuff as well. With art by Jonas Scharf, who also did the Miles Morales Ultimate Incursion little miniseries. So
yeah.
I'm excited, but I'm also a little sad because I really have been enjoying the Ultimate Universe. I mean, we talk about Spider-Man all the time. That Ultimate Spider-Man is gonna go down, I think, as one of the just coolest runs of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well,
Well, a
it's
book
nice
that I
to have
have
a
not
short,
been
concise story like that.
Yeah. No,
well, a
we
book I
haven't.
have not been reading is Ultimate X-Men, which I feel like is everybody's like indie darling because they're like it
Yeah.
has very little to do with the Ultimate Universe. It's like they just gave Peach Momoko a book to do whatever she wants with, and they're like, "Don't worry, we'll figure out a way to tie it in at the end of the thing, and you do your thing." And so that's
Just
I
don't
am
kill
very
May
interested
Storm
in
because she's gonna be important, and do whatever you want.
yeah, do whatever you want. So I'll have to go back and read it because I did not read any of it, but I hear so many people talk so positively about it that I'm like, okay, let's do it.
It is really good. Like I just read the first trade, and I just loved being a part of like that world and just seeing art of in the X-Men world like that I'd never seen before. Just the merging of her style with Marvel is some of the best stuff I read this year.
I mean, Peach had already done such a good job with her own like her Demon Days universe,
Yeah.
right? So this is gonna be you guys' gateway into manga. I'm gonna use this to
It's finally
parlay. And
happened.
I wonder if Peach did any manga. I should look into that because I mean,
It
maybe
makes
she
sense.
kind of broke into comics, but I feel like there's artists that started in manga, like Belen Ortega, who's now doing a bunch of stuff for DC. Like she did manga, but she's from Spain, so it's like you don't have to be in Japan now to do manga. You could just
Yeah.
as long as you got the chops to do the manga art, like So I wonder if Peach ever did any of that. Let us know in the chat if you know anything about that. But yeah, I'm excited.
Peach Momoko, if you're watching, go ahead and
Yeah.
let us know.
Peach Momoko, if you're watching, come on the show.
Drop a comment.
I have so many of your covers I want to ask you things about. The Maker's coming back, and it's hard. It's weird to think that the Maker is like the original Reed Richards, like from the Ultimate Universe. Like that still kind of blows my mind. Like I don't know. Did you guys read the original?
Yeah.
Like from the big, like the old Fantastic Four. Was that Miller?
It was Miller. Warren Ellis did the Doom. He did his take on Doom, and then I forget who it came back to after that. But I'd love like the first volume. I always give it out to kids because it's Reed and Ben as kids discovering trans-dimensional teleportation. As children, and it's just like, I mean, to come over to your friend's garage and see something just disappear and then come back from the negative zone. That's it just gives you this cool science vibe.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember I read a good chunk of the Ultimate Universe. Both Ultimates minis, so the Ultimates 1 and 2. That's where it started to, once that second wave of the Ultimates hit, that's kind of when I started to duck out. I missed all the invasion or incursion or wherever Blob eats Hulk. I missed that. Like I wasn't paying attention.
It did try to be a little
Blob eats Wasp. Sorry, Blob eats the Wasp. That's what happened.
It wanted to push the boundaries.
I wonder if that's what Marvel canceled it now. They're like, the first time the first time didn't go as well after the second go around. So like, maybe we should cool it here and maybe just go out on top, and maybe we'll learn like that they stopped at the right time. Maybe.
Yeah,
it's weird that.
No, go ahead.
It's weird that it's ending though, but because it's like they set it up. The setup of the universe is that the Maker was like, F this. I'm going back to my own universe. And he realized he couldn't do that. So he's trying to recreate his own ultimate universe for himself.
Mhm.
And then he goes to an alternate dimension and he like alters everybody's past so that they don't become superheroes. Tony Stark or Anthony Stark, whoever Dad
The
Stark
dad,
finds out.
senior, yeah.
Dad, yeah, finds out and somehow traps the Maker in a city for 100 years or whatever it is.
2 years. 2 years.
Is it 2 years?
So it's
2
like
years.
a real time thing because it's been 2 years since the thing started, since the Ultimate. They thought. I mean, Jonathan Hickman did come up with this, and I think a lot of this also stems from like what Donny Cates wanted to do originally. So like, there's some very good ideas from the beginning of this.
I feel like the being trapped in your own city is a Hickman thing because he did it in the Krakoa. There
Yeah.
was those new human people that were trapped in. That's why I kept thinking it was like 1,000 years because it was the same concept, but in their time moved differently.
Oh,
in
I
the
mean, I don't know
Krakoan
how long
one.
it's. Yeah, I don't know how time is passing for the Maker. You're right. Oh, that'd be crazy. Can you imagine? Oh, Jeff might have just blown the door right off of this thing. The Maker comes out and he's like an old man, but because he's
Yeah.
like Mr. Fantastic powers, like I don't know how he ages. Like, does he age normally? Does rubber age? Is he brittle
Yeah.
now? Is he just brittle?
Yeah.
Would this Maker finally get the gray sideburns that our Reed has?
Oh yeah.
Or would he
No,
just go full white?
We'll never know with that helmet on.
That's right.
You're gonna have to
We'll
grow a
find out
beard or
next week.
something. Yeah, I
The
guess so.
Hickman helmet.
The Hickman helmets. Oh, I love the helmets.
Is there
Yeah,
is
but-
there more to? So it doesn't end this week. Like there's more. This is a series, like a.
It's a
like
series.
one or
Yeah, it's a, I think 5 or 6 issue series. The solicits only go up to 4 right now, but I don't think that's the last of it.
Okay.
And they do have that last cover. It's classified. It's not. They don't even show you the cover yet to avoid spoilers. So
Because I know like Ultimate Spider-Man has one more issue left, and I don't know I don't know where the other Ultimates
will
books are.
also go all the way to 24 or 25, and they're barely at 20. So that's what I did. I guess I'll talk about this since and, it's part of the comics thing. But this weekend, I caught up on a lot of the Ultimate Universe to try to tell people and help them. What do you need to read and what do you not? Like, you don't need to read as much. Like, you probably should read all of them, but I would say the ones that I read were I caught up on the Ultimates because I was a few issues behind on that. That's the Dennis Camp Fun for Gary book with the main Ultimates where Tony Stark is now kind of like this entity, because he died. Like the Hulk tore him apart, and to put himself back together, he came back as this other thing. I do love
when you try to explain what is happening in the Ultimates, and you hear yourself halfway through explaining it, where you're like, "Well,
Sounds
Reed
like
Richards, who is now cosplaying as Doctor Doom, because the Reed Richards from the other universe tortured this Reed Richards into becoming Doctor Doom, and then killed off the rest of his family." And then, like halfway through, you're like, comics are insane. Comics are nutso.
Yeah, it's
good
pretty,
for new readers to onboard with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Phil Noto books are probably whenever Phil Noto's on the Ultimates, those are like the Fantastic Four centric issues, and they're so much fun, but they're also really messed up. Because
Denise Camp messed up because Denise Camp
Dennis
likes
Camp is
torturing
like,
his characters.
I love the Fantastic Four so much. I'm gonna make them suffer the most. It's weird, but so I caught up on that. I had already caught up on Ultimate Spider-Man, so that one I'm good with.
How did they suffer? Now I have to ask because I haven't read this, so now I need to know.
The Cosmic Rays give them all
cancer.
Just give them all cancer except Reed. That's what the Maker does. He instead of not making them heroes.
Oh, so he just turns it into.
He just kills. That's how he kills them. So that's in issue 4. So if you're gonna catch up, like you'll get that in the first trade. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. So only because he wanted to leave Richards alone to be like he's still smart, so like he still has use for him, but he had to break him down and turn him into this.
Yeah,
Doom.
at first I thought that was just kind of like an edgy, like I'm just gonna, but having the story have purpose makes
Yeah.
it better, because Marvel did that in Ruins back when Warren Ellis wrote like a 2-issue Dark Side of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
And I believe a lot of the mutants, or specifically Bruce Banner, gets really nasty cancer in that.
Yeah. Anybody that's got radiation, anything, like they're just like, well, that's not how radiation works in the real world. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing I read was the Spider-Man Ultimate Incursion, the Miles Morales story, where because he's the only other individual from the original Ultimate Universe that's still around. So the maker, I guess he has a little bit of a soft spot for him. He's like, look, if you want to join me, we can go back home but it's the home that I've made. And he kidnaps his little sister. So so he has to go in and find her. But that book is just a way to be like, if you're not reading all the other series, read this and you'll at least get to know all the important people. Because he goes to Wakanda, so he meets all the Black Panther and everybody that's from that book. He's attacked by the what is it called? I forget. Robert DaCosta's dad. Oh, okay. This is really messed up. I don't remember which series this is on, but you know that guy that gets like a real life person that gets blood transfusions from his son,
Yeah.
so he doesn't age.
Yeah.
Well, in this book, Bobby DaCosta's dad takes his blood because he's a mutant, and it gives him power. So he takes his power. So Bobby DaCosta is just like a blood bag that he keeps around, and every time he's on a panel, he's just like, "Please help me!" Like to anyone. Yeah.
Who wrote that?
That one, I mean, the one I saw was in the Ultimates. There's also Dennis Camp, but I think he's in other books as
Holy
well.
shit, that is dark,
dude!
I love that.
It's like it's like edgy, and it's like edge lordy like the original Ultimates run was, but I feel like it's better. It has more interesting ideas, or
It's
at
like
least
purposeful.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't read the other, so I'm not gonna judge the original run, but just from what I hear, like it feels like it was kind of edgy just to put things out there like that, and that's kind of how 2000 comics were, anyways.
I had what I did not realize, because I did read that Miles Morales little mini where he takes his journey through the new Ultimate Universe.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that he was how unaware he was of that he came from an original universe, that his mind kind of got rebooted.
It kind of blocked it out, yeah.
After Secret Wars, and he kind of blocked it out. And what they do in this series is they give him that memory back. So now Miles is walking around 616 knowing that he's actually from a different universe. What I find really interesting is the current Avengers storyline, which has taken forever, and I wish to God it would end. I can't wait for it to end. But in these last couple of issues, they are also making reference to that Secret Wars, because this Kang storyline that's been running through the Avengers, the MacGuffin that Kang has been looking for is like a weird minute that Reed Richards and his family built incorrectly when they rebooted the universe after Secret Wars.
Yeah.
And I've heard, like, just I don't know, just the rumors, I guess, through the internet are that the next big thing is Armageddon coming from Marvel by Chip Zdarsky and Jed McKay. I think Ryan North is on it, maybe some other people.
Oh yeah,
but
that sounds fun.
It might tie all this stuff together.
Yeah.
So while this is the end of the Ultimate Universe, this might lead into something that they're doing go forward, you know?
Shout out Jitter Gamer. Hello. Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Yeah, dude, it's insane. Like, this is, man, yeah, I love comic books. So, but we could probably, this might have to be its own whole thing that we revisit later once this is all said and done. But I just wanted to bring that up. Like, this is, and then of course I was telling Jeff before you jumped in, Clay, like, I was on my shop yesterday because I was playing. There was a big Riftbound store championship tournament, and this is also at my shop where I buy my comics. So I asked because the owner was there, and I was like, "Look, I know I didn't pre-order any Endgame blind bags, but if you guys have any extras, if you can pull a few aside for me." And he's like, I don't even know how many we're getting. So like, so like they haven't opened their boxes. They, like, and I was like, "Do you want me to check the invoice?" I was like, "No, don't worry about it. Like, just if you have, blind bags, then just grab me a couple." So we'll see. We'll find out. Stay tuned. I'm sure if I get a blind bag, I'll share with. I'll make a video about it because blind bag videos are good. People love them. So,
People love them. It's
all right.
gambling. It's legalized gambling.
It's like the joy of opening a pack of your favorite trading card game. It's that,
Yes.
but with comics.
Yeah.
We should blind bag everything. We're making a joke because I went to Jersey Mike's to bring some food because it was gonna be like a whole day thing, and I told my buddy like, oh, I just asked him for the blind bag sub. I don't know what's in here.
The
And
surprise
then
me sub.
there's apparently apps that I guess restaurants that have leftovers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They'll do blind bags so that they don't waste food, so you can
I
buy
have
cheap
it.
food. You've done it, Clay? Have
Well,
you got
no,
a
I
good-
have the app. I'm
Oh,
trying to
okay.
remember what it's called, but I think it's like
I think there's a few, but yeah. I kind of want to try. Okay, if you were to get a blind bag from a restaurant, what type of cuisine would you like to have a blind bag from? I was thinking, my answer was Italian because I feel like unless it's like some eggplant parmesan or something, like I'm gonna probably enjoy any. It's gonna be some kind of combination of pasta sauce and a lot of cheese.
yeah. I forget the name of the app, but basically you set your location and
Yeah.
it tells you the stores that participate in their program. And so like a lot of them are donut shops. You'll see a lot of pastries and
yeah.
stuff like that. And so they'll be like, hey, George's Donuts has 3 blind bags left and you can buy them for a price and then just go pick them up.
Yeah, and they're usually pretty cheap. Like that's the other appealing thing that it's
Oh yeah.
the restaurants rather make a little bit more money than just not any at all.
Yeah.
So
a lot of local restaurants will do a whole dinner. So basically you can go to like a Italian place. They'll be like spaghetti or lasagna just left over from that night. And it's just discounted food they want to sell.
So do you have a I was gonna say genre of food. Do you have a type of cuisine you'd want us blind bag from?
El Phoenix.
Oh,
Oh, oh, we went to El Phoenix on Christmas Eve because I was at Titan already.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
And it's right there.
I was gonna have lunch with my family, and it's kind of in the middle of where my brother lives and my parents. And so like, I was like, why don't y'all just come over here? I'm already here. Don't worry, I can spend 20 minutes at the shop while I wait for you guys to show up for lunch. So, alrighty. Enough of that. Enough of the food because it's gonna make me hungry, and we won't be having lunch for a little while. Let's
So
talk
no
about
Campese's pizza or any
Campese.
other Mexican food or
Oh, man,
We
I
had-
miss
my mother-in-law hosted 2 Christmases, and so we got to have what Mexican food place did you just say?
El Phoenix.
El Phoenix, and we had Campese's last night. So,
Oh, that's back-to-back bangers.
yeah, exactly.
Campese will give you their leftover cocaine too. Like they just that was the rumor back in college that if you made that that's how you got it. That's how you got your orders. You had to call in, and it was just the right pizza order, and then they would put the drugs underneath the pizza and deliver it to you.
Oh my gosh, someone should do a great documentary on the history of Campese's.
I don't have one anymore around me. I used to have one at work because I worked downtown, and then when I was in college, there was one in Richardson. But I don't have a Campese's anymore. All right. Before we get sued, like
Any other Dallas food we want to talk about that no one will relate to online?
yeah, this is all allegedly. All right, Jeff.
Let's talk about Jack Ruby for the rest of the show.
Let's do it. Let's talk about a lighter fare. Let's get into our movies, and I'll kick things off because on Christmas Eve I was scrolling through Netflix and I saw the movie that's leaving, and I was like, "It's Christmas Eve. Let's get in the spirit of things." So I threw on Catherine Bigelow's Zero Dark 30. And let me tell you, I stopped halfway because I forgot how real shit gets in that movie. I was like, no, I'm good. I think I'll save it. I finished watching it on Friday. But yeah, that was maybe not the ideal not the ideal film. It's a great movie though. Like
But it's not like Christmas Fair.
No, it's not. I
But
saw
when
a redhead,
Santa comes over the ridge to save those soldiers,
yeah, I saw a redhead on the thumbnail. And I was like, oh, this is probably a great Christmas movie. No, as much as I love Jessica Chastain, which she goes off in this movie.
She's really
incredible.
good in that.
And then everyone is in this, including my favorite part was when Mark Strong showed up, but he has hair.
What happened, Sinestro?
Yeah, because I don't think
yeah.
I can't think of another role of Mark Strong's where he has actual hair. But I mean, also I'm only thinking of the Kingsman movies. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zero Dark 30. It's leaving Netflix, I think, at the end of the month. So if you have Netflix and you kind of want to watch it, like I said, it's a great film.
If you want to watch a last minute Christmas movie,
yeah. Interestingly enough, I've never seen The Hurt Locker, which is another great Catherine Bigelow.
Oh, that's
movie.
really good.
I was like, you should have double featured that.
Oh,
yeah, it is a bummer too. So it is back to back. War is a bummer flick.
And if you haven't seen this, I haven't finished my list, but this is high on the things. Another Catherine Bigelow film that came out on Netflix, House of Dynamite, is incredible as well. So, yeah. All right, let's go around the horn for stuff. Let me throw it over. Let me go to Clay first because I see some stuff, and I wanna comment on one of these, but I'll let you pick in the right order, however you want to talk about these.
Just though this is gonna take a weird turn. This is Spinal Tap 2.
This part of this is gonna take a weird turn
because it is a comedy, but it is a bummer to watch right now. I would not watch this movie for probably a year, because Rob Reiner.
Right.
It's okay. And it might have been my mood of watching it with
knowing.
Knowing. And just, it's not fun, like, so it kind of puts a hamper on a lot of the stuff that's in the film, but like the cameos are okay, but like, it's very 3-star, like, but I think it might have just been the mood that it was. Is this what you wanted to talk about?
No, but you go in whatever order you want. I'll jump in as I need to.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah.
So you're talking about this is Spinal Tap 2, right?
Yeah, because we were able to get into our HBO account.
Let's go. Shout out for remembering that password.
No, it's someone has the account that we share passwords with. She actually lives in another country.
Oh my!
And God. So when you try to log in, it'll say, "Hey, it looks like you've moved," and won't let you in, or you're out of your area. So you can do "I'm away for a short time," but then it messes up the whole account for everyone else that's in it because 4 people are on the account.
Got it.
So, but if you screencast from your phone, it doesn't force a login, and so we were able to watch HBO.
You're on your mobile, you should be somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah. Good good workaround for people who share those HBO accounts.
Life hack.
Do you know if they have the first Spinal Tap on there on Max?
It's on there too.
It's HBO Max now, Jeff. They paid millions of dollars to get that name changed.
Is it still on Go? Which, by the way, they should have that right here, right this very moment. They should have just kept it as Go, because then they could have marketed it's on the Go. That seems like something so stupid that would catch on. Yeah. It's on the Go.
HBO Go to Netflix. That's what it's called. That's what it's gonna be called.
HBO Go to Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Did you have a favorite cameo? Play?
Probably Paul McCartney. Just because
that's a big one.
Because his interaction is the best interaction out of everyone. Him just kind of coming into the studio and then sitting down with them. And I don't know, if Paul McCartney gives you a music tip, take it.
Well, and I think it's also a little bit of meta because he's not. Paul McCartney is somebody that was in a band that was very successful all over the world, and now a lot of time has passed. Now, granted, he's not doing a reunion show because obviously you can't with the Beatles, but he's still doing stuff, right? And especially during Christmas time, that's Paul McCartney season, right? When his song comes on, and he receives him and Mariah go cash in their big checks for the royalties.
Poor Paul McCartney's been reduced to Christmas, which is a weird sentence, but it makes sense.
I guess Sir Paul McCartney, maybe.
These are weird times. These are weird times, man.
Hey, you can reduce me to Christmas all you want if I get a check like that every year. All right.
Yeah.
Call me Mr. Christmas. Call me Mr. Groundhog Day. As long as I get a check that big every year.
Yeah, I heard a story on Howard Stern about Artie Lang, who is in Elf for like 5 minutes. He plays the drunk Santa in the store that fights.
Yep.
Every year that movie plays, he gets a $25,000 check just for being in the 5 minutes of Elf. So I think about like everybody else that gets that big residual check and what they make every year.
The people that are in like A Christmas Story where it airs 24 hours a day.
I wonder what happens once that goes into, obviously that won't happen for a while, but once it to go public domain, what's the It's a Wonderful Life. I think that's already in public domain, right? So
it is in public domain because I discovered there are two versions of this film that exist. There is a public domain version that exists that airs on Amazon, and they take out all of the sad stuff in George's life that builds up to the suicide. Because it's the public domain version. Apparently that one was released as an edited one, and that's the one that Amazon runs because they don't have to pay anyone for it. So if you want to watch the full version, you have to find the licensed version.
We could run that version in the channel,
yeah.
I think, right? So we won't, because we need the sad part. Otherwise, it's just like, why does this guy want to jump? His life's all right.
We could add in more anti-capitalist messages into our version.
Oh, we'll add our own narration on top of it.
I thought we could recreate the sad scenes and just act them out on our own at home and add them into the film
with sock puppets. I agree. It's a wonderful sock puppet life.
Mr. Potter starts a podcast midway through the movie, and
it goes all right for some reason.
Mr. Potter's Tech Bro podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is
he ends
Mr.
up moving
Potter
down to Austin?
I don't understand. Yeah. I like that, Jeff. All right. Anything else on This Is Spinal Tap, Clay?
No.
Did you have any other Rob Reiner films you're like? I mean, maybe not immediately watch, but I was looking through it. We were talking about it last week.
I'll probably wait, but like Stand By Me is huge. Yeah. I mean, that's probably like Misery is
I've
great.
never seen Misery, so I'm gonna put that on the thing. Yeah, I know.
Ooh, you are in for a treat, dude.
Like I kind of know because it's Misery, so like everybody knows the thing, but
yeah. Here's what I want you to do, because I love when someone's getting to see a movie like this. I want you to make just a mark every time that movie starts to make you uncomfortable, and tell me how many times that movie makes you uncomfortable.
I'll have to get one of those like the little things that the bouncers have.
Attendance clickers.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I rewatched One Battle After Another. And do you guys want to get into this? Have y'all seen this?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm trying to get it in before the end of the year so I can see if it goes on the list.
I haven't seen it yet, but real quick, you know how they do those Jaws showings where you're in a lake? They should have a Misery showing where your feet are just dangling off the end of the chair, and like just every so often, like a hammer just kind of flies by. Like,
or your feet are locked into place, and you feel the piece of wood get moved in between them.
Yeah.
Oh God, I need to go.
No, me and Mark are going to talk about One Battle After Another for his show. So Shelby and I got to watch it, and so this was a second time watching it for me, and it was so much better. And I'm becoming kind of a Paul Thomas Anderson fanboy out of this, and I may have to go revisit. What is it? Sucker Punch Love, the
Drunk Punch Love,
Punch Drunk Love. Yeah. I hated that when I first watched it. I really hated.
I love that movie.
He wrote that for Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Specifically, like they met, and he's like, because Adam's like, he was making, I think he has coming up with Happy Gilmore or something, and he's like, we'll talk later, and then he called him later, like, hey, I wrote a movie for you.
But you can't do any of this. Gibba.
No opera man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I really love this movie, and Sean Penn, like he finally despicolied himself. Like this is the movie when you say Sean Penn that I'll probably think about Walter Mitty before this, but this is the one. Like his performance in this is amazing. Like this is top notch stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a long flick. It is over 2.5 hours. The first part of the film is really the first 30 minutes. Once you get through that, because it feels like a lot, the rest of the movie is just a breeze. So, probably the best movie of the year for me.
Okay.
It will be on my list.
Have you seen any other PTA films?
Yeah. Okay. And that's what Shelby goes, well, you pretty much like most of his other movies. It's like you just really hated.
Yeah, it looks like that's the case.
Yeah, because like his other films.
Have you seen him yell at Lily Tomlin?
Oh no, that's David O. Russell.
Oh, is that David O. Russell? Oh, that's David O. Russell. That's
David O. Russell. Yeah,
the trailer for Madden came out. I haven't seen it. seen it. I don't know if I want to watch that movie. We'll see.
It's not the best Madden is real Madden, and we may get Nicolas Cage Madden, which may be pretty great, but real Madden, there was nothing like it. I mean, that guy.
Because what's his name? Batman is Al Davis, right? Christian Bale is Al Davis, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is another insane casting. Like,
wait, when he said Batman, who popped in your head? Because Michael Keaton popped into my head.
Adam West, and he's dead.
Michael Keaton could probably do a good Al Davis as well.
Oh hell yeah!
That's why he popped in my head because he made sense. Like,
yeah, no, sorry, wrong Batman. I should be Ben Affleck is Al Davis. Al Davis is just a giant man.
He's just doing push-ups before every scene. He goes, he was jacked.
Robert Pattinson and Nick Cage are.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson is Al Davis.
Oh my gosh! Now I just want a council of Batman movies.
We need it. Okay. It's like I said, I'm trying to squeeze in one. Matter of fact, today is finally the day where I'm just chilling. Like I don't have any big plans, so I might squeeze in one battle after another. I'm looking at a list of like best of 2025 to make sure I didn't miss anything big.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to go to the theater today to watch Marty Supreme.
No. I've not heard anything good about that film.
Really? Oh, I've heard great things about it. And,
really?
And you guys know, my boy Timothy. I'm a Timothy Chalamet head. And it's also curiously, I like movies about ping pong.
Is there?
I find ping pong very interesting. Huh?
Is there a cure for what you have?
I don't know. Might have to go to the top of that sphere in Vegas.
Is there a Timothy Chalamet vaccination we can all get?
He's the first human to stand on the top of the sphere in Vegas. So can't take that from him. And
besides maybe the people that built it.
And they turned it into a ping pong ball.
I'm sorry to hijack the show like this, but because you mentioned going to the movies, I just happened to look to see what was at the Alamo, my local Alamo tonight. They are showing. They're showing the new Anaconda. I don't care. Avatar: Fire and Ice. I don't care. Marty Supreme. SpongeBob. I'm too old. Sorry, I missed it.
I have enough weed for a showing.
Well, I do too, but The Housemaid, Zootopia 2. But then we get to a movie I would go see, When Harry Met Sally. They have a When Harry Met Sally showing tonight at 7:00. But it's mostly sold out, except for, you still got some seats up here.
Be that guy.
Am I gonna find?
Yes.
Am I gonna find the love of my life if I pick this seat right here at a 7:00 showing?
Do it.
Yes. Buy it, and we need a follow-up next week.
Jeff. And when you order, you don't order. You just say, "I'll have what she's having,"
so that they know you know the movie.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And then you wink at the server, even though they can't see you because it's dark. You just write on the thing. Please read this out loud. I'll have what she's having. Because you gotta write it on your order, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm pretty sure Jeff's a fan of When Harry Met Sally. Like, Daniel, yeah. I mean, it's a great.
I've
flick.
never seen it all the way through.
Man,
I've seen it
all the
I
way
know.
through. Like you've only seen scenes.
Well, just like the little scenes and stuff. Whenever it's on TBS, I would probably leave it on for a little while. I like
will
both of
say-
them. Although it is
say-
a weird coupling, I think. In my head,
Really?
I'm like, Meg Ryan could do way better. I think.
Yeah, that's what I always thought too. But Billy Crystal is charming as fuck in this film.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Like
Over
I
the course
get
of
it.
the
I
movie,
get
it
how
starts to
he
make
would get a
sense.
girl like that, but in my head, I'm like, no, Meg Ryan can do better. I think.
Well, that
then
version of Meg Ryan, though.
yeah, that
Like
version of Meg Ryan.
I was like, once you hear, like, before they get to the big seat, like when she orders like the meal when they first get there, and she's talking about vinaigrette and stuff like that, you're just like, ooh, hi, ooh. He's right. He's
High
like, she's a girl
maintenance.
that doesn't think she's high maintenance, but she is high maintenance. That is the quintessential rom-com for me. It
Yeah, I've
is
seen
top tier.
And I'll say the most beautiful story that I've heard about that film is that Rob Reiner changed the ending because he met his wife during the filming of this movie.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind when you watch it for the first time and how it ends, because that's just really like a personal touch to that
Nice.
film.
I want to watch the original ending where Billy Crystal kills everyone.
He's just sad.
Yeah.
Just sad. It ends on 9/11. Weird.
Yeah. I will say the bummer side of When Harry Met Sally was when at the time it came out and dating, every chick just wanted to go see that movie. So you had to see that movie like over and over again. So
Gotcha. I was too young to be dating back then.
Just like every chick still wants to see it today, according to the phone.
That's right. Maybe I should go to a screening of When Harry.
yeah,
Met
I'm
Sally.
curious what the ratio in the screening is going to be.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're gonna need a lot of follow up on this.
If you're watching this, let us know in the chat. If you go to the Alamo. All right. Let's see. Jeff, you only have one movie thing, so let me go next while we're still doing movies. We'll bounce back to Clay for his last movie, and then we'll talk about TV.
Okay, yeah, I'm excited to talk about that.
Okay. During Christmas Eve, during Christmas Eve when we were doing Christmas stuff at my aunt's house, part of the family does a rosary before we have dinner. I don't partake, so I just they had the TV on, and Four Brothers was playing on Netflix. So I was like, all right, it's not my house, so I'm not gonna change it, but I've seen it.
You didn't go over and say, I don't believe in Marky Mark and turn it.
So I watched Four Brothers in college for a thing, and it's kind of hold a special place in my heart for.
You watch it for a special thing. What?
It was a fraternity thing because brotherhood.
Oh,
so
okay.
it holds a special place in my movie heart.
This film was considered hazing.
yeah, that's it. You gotta sit here and watch this movie and like it. We all love Marky Mark and Tyrese and Andre 3000. I don't know the name of the other guy. Sorry, he was not famous. He was not
as famous.
Considering
you have till the end of this movie to eat 5 Wahlburgers.
Yeah. I don't think Wahlburgers was a thing when I was in college yet. But it's funny to see like the villain is Chiwetel Ejiofor. That's really funny to see. I forget about that, and obviously Terrence Howard is in it. So like, yeah, there's a lot of people.
Henson, gosh,
yeah, Taraji P. Henson. She's Andre 3000's wife. Sofia Vergara's in it as well. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a product of its time. So I watched it, and it's enjoyable. I only watched a little bit, but then when I was home, I was like, I might as well. When the next day during Christmas, on Friday, once I finished Zero Dark 30, I was like, well, I need to shake this off. So I was already on Netflix, so I watched the other half of the movie. So, and the thing I will recommend, because it might end up on, and this is my first Yorgos Lanthimos film. I watched Begonia because it hit Peacock.
I want to hear about this.
What a freaking crazy, incredible movie. Man, oh man. It makes me, I did ask a few people, like, is it all downhill from here if I keep watching Yorgos films? And I think the funniest part was that it was a mixed response. People were like, "Oh, I actually don't like Begonia, but I like these other movies," and there was people like, "No, I only like Begonia because the other movies are kind of weird." A lot of people recommended The Favorite, and that's the one that's got the highest rating on Letterboxd out of all the
I do
films.
like
And
The Favorite.
it's all very close. So I might try that one. It feels like overall Begonia is kind of relatively grounded. Like it's nothing too weird. Like I feel like Lost what is it? Poor Things. It's probably like a really weird film that I'm like, maybe not my vibe. But Begonia is, I think, grounded enough. And I feel like The Favorite would also be grounded enough. I mean, it's a period piece. I don't know how weird it can get. And it's got Olivia
Have you ever
Colman in it,
seen the
so-
movie? Have you ever seen the movie Please Be Kind Rewind? Not please.
Yes.
Just Be Kind Rewind.
Yeah.
And the art of sleep, same director, I think.
That's the Art of Sleep.
The
Is that
Science
the
of Sleep? Science of Sleep, I think
Oh,
is what
okay.
it's called. Anyway,
I haven't seen the second
that's
one,
what
but
Poor
it's
Things
good.
reminds me. It's a lot of practical, just insanity, but it's super imaginative on such a level that I'm just like, that movie has to be seen.
See, the only movie of his that I've seen is Dogtooth, and man, just a soul-sucking death of a film, just devoid of joy. Someone recommended this film to me because it was like I need something to watch while I'm working and put it on. And at the end, I was just so bummed out. It was just like, have you guys seen this?
No,
I haven't
no.
seen that one.
I feel
I
like
don't know.
anything prior to The Lobster, I hadn't even heard of this dude.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a weird flick about a guy basically imprisoning his family and how he does it. And yeah, and it's
Fuck.
and to what extremes they go to get out. Like, and that is entertainment. That's the hard
That's
part
my
for
kind
me.
of movie.
Well, I would say maybe that's art. I don't know if art has to be entertaining.
It
Let
is
me take
very much an art
notes.
house film.
Jeff for the legal pad.
But yeah,
Wow.
avoid Dogtooth unless you really want to, unless you hate my opinions and want to counter me. But like, man, it's a bummer of a flick.
I bet you there's people on Letterboxd that are like, "Oh, this movie changed my life."
Well, the guy that recommended it was like so big on it, and when he asked what I thought of it, I just said, "Man, like it just it just sucked the joy out of my day." It just was so like I don't know why. Sometimes when people tell stories, I wonder why you would want to tell this story. Like, I mean, I guess at the end there's this sense of like
Relief.
yeah, but you go through the muck to get to the relief.
Yeah, but that's like relief of after being like, I don't know, maybe pressed down by 200 pounds or something. Like it's not like the good kind of relief. It's
I
like
mean, Shawshank Redemption does it best. Like you get the bad thing, but there are highlights. Like it's
and
an
it's
up and
like
down.
the movie itself is charming all throughout. Like there's messed up things happening as well.
Yeah, Dogtooth is all messed up things. Like it is, and
It's like The Rise of Skywalker.
like I'll tell you off air. I'll tell you off air of a specific scene that's really is how the film opens, and it's really weird.
Jeff may be the only person that's compared Dogtooth to The Rise of Skywalker ever. Yeah, good bad.
Joy.
Yeah, so I mean Jesse Plemons is great, Emma Stone is fantastic in it, and it's such a small movie, but it's like I don't know, it feels and then it does something very interesting that I was not expecting. So yeah, I really enjoyed Begonia. So I'm still noodling over it because I just finished watching it yesterday. But yeah, I'm excited to go into this list. I have a lot of, interestingly enough, I don't have any 5-star movies for 2025, like new movies, but I have a lot of 4 and 4.5. So putting together my list is gonna be tough.
One battle after another.
We'll see. I'm not a PTA guy either. So
Look, when I say a film is going to be this good, there's no wasted screen time for a 2.5-hour movie. There's no wasted dialogue. And even when you have Leonardo DiCaprio, the thing I watched the second time the most is his lack of dialogue and his physical acting throughout the film, because he does so much physical acting to respond to everything. It is insane. And it was just like, it really just gave me a whole good perspective on the film.
Okay, fair enough. All right,
Shout out Leo
let's talk about
DiCaprio.
your last movie, Clay, before we get into television.
The Life of Chuck. Who has seen this?
I love The Life of Chuck. This is where I wanted to intercede before you go into what you thought. This week I saw, and I didn't really click on it, but I saw a Variety article of the worst movies of 2025, and they had The Life of Chuck in the picture, and I was like, I'm not giving you the click. I refuse. This is clickbait at its worst, and I refuse to give you the click. I did make my own video about it to get my own clicks, but I love The Life of Chuck. So Clay, tell me, what did you think about? And this is based on a Stephen King little book. If you're not familiar,
Yeah.
So
I loved it. I loved the way it was told. I love really, like, I love the first act, which is Act 3. So it's like you sit in that world, and like, I don't want to spoil anything for Jeff, though. Like, I don't want to talk about it because I want him to experience it. And I think it's a good, I mean, it's not a perfect film, but it's a weird Stephen King film that can bring you joy.
Yeah.
I will give you a couple of moments to talk spoiler free on it, because I need to go close another door. I can hear my roommates. So I don't know what them.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So what I actually thought it was I thought that they were in a video game.
I thought it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that they were just characters in a video game who existed, because what the patterns I seemed to notice were within houses, some of the same dialogue was repeated by different people.
Yeah.
So it seemed like, but then again, everything comes from Chuck's memory. So it was, like I said, like, I love that first Act 3 that has Karen, how do you say her last name?
Gillian.
Yeah.
And Daniel Kaluuya, right?
No, it wasn't
No,
him.
who is
It was oh my gosh.
I forget. It's been a while. I thought, no, you're right. It's not Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah. Shit, I hate that I'm taking a second to look it up, but I need to know what his name is. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Chouette. Huh?
Hold on. I'm coming. Oh yeah, I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. Chiwetel Ejiofor. Oh, we just talked about him. He was in.
Yeah. I can't pronounce his name. I hate that. I hate that so much. But and Mark Hamill, completely unrecognizable. Like it. Mia Sara. Now, for Gen Xers to see Mia Sara in this film, it's going to blow your mind, because you're going to know Mia Sara from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You know, as Ferris's girlfriend. But you see her in this film, and it's weird because, like, I just remember her from that, and that's the role that sticks out in my mind the most. But this role, she goes through. Okay, yeah, bring Jeff in. She just goes through ups and downs and does so much with that character. It's just like, it's just so good. Like, I really, really love this. I
gave it. I'm on Letterboxd now. I gave this 4 stars.
Yeah.
So I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I'm trying to think. I can't see where's my review. I will say, without any spoilers either, like, anything with dancing in this movie is some of the most beautiful things I've seen, and how it all kind of is connected and stuff. Yeah, it's so good. We have a review for it on the channel. Apparently, I just saw that and I put a link on there. So, but yeah, my main takeaway was, can we just allow Mike Flanagan to do all Stephen King adaptations going forward? Because he did Dr. Sleep, right? Which is great. He did Follow the House of Usher. So yeah, Jeff, I don't know if you still have Hulu or not. But that's where it's at. You can watch it there.
I was just kind of hoping to come back to somebody saying something about someone's full-on dong being in the movie, and that would have been like, I don't know, maybe I'm sold now.
Tom Hiddleston.
That's in the porn parody, The Dick of Chuck.
That's right. Or The Life of Dick. They made two.
The Life of Chuck Stick.
That's right. So yeah, great. So Variety, shame on you. Whoever put that, like I said, I won't click on your article. So maybe
Yeah.
I'm overreacting, but I love it.
But you know, the thing that I pull out of this movie a lot is there's a lot of great monologues in this.
Yep.
And a lot of great moments for actors to really shine in just scenes with just two people. And even like I said, Mia Sarah's in this, and she has a scene with young Chuck. Great stuff. Like, and that kid's just really, really good.
Yeah, there's three different kids. I guess there's three different people that play Chuck, and they're all great.
Yeah.
So, love it. All right. So, all right. I think that's all the movies, right?
Yeah.
Let's go on to TV. Jeff, let's go to you now. Since you did watch something that probably took you 10 hours because it is longer episodes.
I'm really curious for this opinion.
Yeah, so I watched there's 3 more episodes of Stranger Things that came out. 3 or 4 more episodes of Stranger Things that came out on Christmas. I watched up into the last one. So what is that? I watched episodes 5 and 6. So 7's still on there, and then I think 8 and 9 come out on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve.
Day.
One of those, whatever. This is a very, again, this will be my second Rise of Skywalker reference in the show, but it's giving Rise of Skywalker vibes. I'm kind of I'm enjoying the ride because we are at the end of the ride, and it's, you know, I know that's where we're going. We're wrapping things up. It'll be fun to see all these kids wrap this, you know, and move on to whatever happens to them next. But the show is dumb. The show got real. The dialogue between the characters themselves somehow, after 6 years of dealing with this stuff or however long it's been in the show TV time, like, they aren't getting any smarter. They're getting dumber. It's harder for them to work together. And there's so many characters. They're doing the thing where, like, these characters are split off over here, and then some characters are split off over here, and nobody can communicate with one another. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so dumb. There's like dumb arguments all the time. Kudos to Netflix for doing what they've set out to do, which is have something on and I can walk away for like 15 minutes and come back and feel like I've missed nothing. Like,
wow.
I can, yeah.
Slam.
That said, you know, it's, I think I'm not hate watching it. I think I'm just kind of like just seeing it through to the end.
You're pod committed.
Mark described it as slogging through Stranger Things. And I was going to get a subscription just to watch all of it. And I'm kind of like going, well, maybe I don't need to.
Yeah, they are definitely messing up the dismount, which is sad because they've had so much time to work on it. Through one of the episodes, I did sit there thinking, like, how did they mess this up so badly? Like, you think about like how Marvel went through like all their like bad Disney Plus shows, but they had to go through the writer's strike. I mean, like, I guess they had to do that with these people too, but they had so much more time to get it right. Whereas like Marvel was just pushing that shit out as fast as they could. Like, I'm like, you had time to work on the script. You had time to like get the CGI right. You had time to make practical things if you wanted to. Like, it's just so dumb. It's so dumb. But it is fun to watch. I think the most fun I'm having right now is just watching the really good actors throw themselves into like these cheesy like Winona Ryder looks like she's having a blast still, you know. So does Finn Wolfhard. The actors that are like really good at acting look like they're having a lot of fun, and everybody else looks like they're holding on for dear life. So that's kind of where it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's also tough to judge because you have like, it's basically kid actors who've come up through this. So you're putting a lot of weight on them carrying the show, but then they're making tons of money. But kid actors, that's a weird gig, man.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that this season gave us an excuse to have Winona Ryder eat hot wings, because that was a great That was a great episode of Hot Ones, where Winona Ryder was in
Oh
it.
yes, I did see that. I thought you were talking about it on the show. I was like, well, that's weird.
Oh yeah, no, I don't watch the show. This is I watch a lot of the marketing stuff because it's kind of fun to see them all hang out, but
Yeah.
I'm not really watching the show. So, well,
I think the first season is excellent. The first season is
agree.
fantastic.
I think
Yeah.
the first and second season are pretty solid. Like that's what I've watched.
Yeah, and those are the copies I have. So I have physical copies of that, so
Yeah.
I can rewatch those. But
You
I
can
don't
just
think
watch the
Netflix.
first season as a one story too. Like it has an ending.
Yeah,
So, I will say, the show I have next is probably the complete opposite of being able to walk away and still know what the hell's going on. Because this week we got the finale of Pluribus on Apple TV. We might do a whole thing on this because man, oh man,
Yeah.
this show is incredible.
it is
Rhea
so
Seehorn.
good.
Give her an Emmy now. Just give her the Emmy now. Yeah, it's great. I don't even want to get too much into it because talking about anything on this, I will say one thing. I mean, this show has, because I've heard a lot of interviews about like when this was written, and I don't think Vince Gilligan had anything specifically that he wanted to say, or maybe he had a lot of things to say. So the fact that things kind of become relevant at some point as we kind of go through this, because he wrote this like 5 years ago or something. Apparently, he wrote this like he started working on this during the pandemic, and it's finally been realized all this time later. So it's definitely worth your watch. If now that it's over, you can get that 1 month of Apple TV Plus, or I guess Apple TV now, and just enjoy it. It's 9 episodes that is just great television.
She's
Did
so
finally
good
finish
in
Ted
it.
Lasso.
There you go.
Finally finish.
Clay, any more thoughts on that? Did you finish the finale? Have you seen the
Yeah.
finale? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just super excited. I heard that he has like a 4-year plan, but again, we run into the hurdle of we got to wait a couple years before we get a season 2, and that's the thing I kind of hate about this format of television. I'm glad they didn't just drop these all at once, because these are water cooler show. This is a water cooler show to talk about every week. I talked about it with my brother-in-law, so it was funny to he would be behind on episodes and give me his theories. So it was neat to hear what he thought going into each episode. Which
he's just giggling on the phone. That's great. Yeah. We'll make Jeff and Josh watch it, and then we'll probably do a whole show on it. So
watch it.
We're gonna Clockwork Orange you. All right,
I'll check it out.
Let's talk about comic books. We're gonna talk
what is the show about? Like, what is other than it's good? I don't know anything about the show.
I can't even explain it, Jeff. I don't understand. I don't even know how to explain the show to you, or like a pitch.
There's got to be a Chat GPT. Hold on.
The thing Apple TV said, their thing on the synopsis on the first episode is like, what happens when the
most miserable person on earth must save the world from happiness.
Yes.
All right.
I thought that was me. I'm like, I'm in a movie or in a show.
I do think about what I would do in some of those situations, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know, man.
Okay,
I don't know that I'm cut
sold.
out for this. I'm not the person for this.
But see, it has the great idea. A lot. There's an episode that you see later in the season that I love, where she goes around the country.
Yeah.
That I go, that's kind of the cool idea of Last Man on Earth stories are, where would you go and what would you do if you weren't limited, and so it was neat to kind of see that concept plus played out with the ability to travel like she did.
I'm not a big traveler anymore, but I guess if there's no lines at the airport, that'd be helpful. So yeah, let us know, Jeff. Let us know when you get into it. We'll plan it out. We have January's locked in, but we can squeeze it in February.
I think when we do a Pluribus episode, we have to do our Last Man on Earth. Where would you go? What would you take? What would you do? Kind of things, because I think Will Forte did it best, where he stole the DeLorean, the A-Team van, and all the famous vehicles of Hollywood, and that was in his garage.
I like that. I'd get the one of those 66 Batmobile replicas, but that's
Oh,
all
The
I'll give
tumbler.
you. Yeah, no, the 66 Batman replicas.
I want a tumbler.
That I like the tumbler, but it's just not practical. Doesn't even. What am I
I
gonna? Where am I
ju-
gonna put that? Where am I gonna
you're
put that?
you're just gonna see if you can drive on roofs with it.
Yeah, Texas. These Texas homes that are all like made out of wood. Yeah, I'm sure it'll go great. Okay, let's pivot now to comics. Before we get into comics, is there Jeff? Is there anything you read that's not this week's stuff? Because I have two things I want to talk about real quick, which I can start on that.
I do not.
Okay.
Nothing.
As we mentioned earlier, Marvel's Armageddon event is coming soon, and I'm going back to kind of the roots of it. So I went back to read Red Hulk Volume 1, Prisoner of War. This is the Benjamin Percy, Jeff Shaw, that started out as a tie-in for the One World Under Doom, where Doctor Doom kidnaps all these military minds and to make his own think tank of like how to take over the world, and then also kind of remove them from there. Because I think Red Hulk is going to be very important to that Armageddon event, so I was like, might as well. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. It's a really cool. I only read the first 5 issues. That's volume 1. We have a full video for that on the channel if you want to go check it out. But I'm gonna keep. I teased that I was gonna do another video for the second volume, so that's probably if I don't watch a movie later today, I'll probably get into volume 2 of that. And also something that I recommend to you guys. It's probably already available on Hoopla to borrow, or you can go check our folder. Lost Fantasy Volume 1. This is Kurt Pyre's book where these houses that protect us from magical things have existed all throughout, and now like a murder happens and they have to deploy one of their agents. So I love that kind of stuff where it's like this secret society type of thing, and it mixes like fantasy with like contemporary tropes of like having to work with the police and stuff like that. And then also the main character has a giant sword like Cloud from Final Fantasy. So like I don't know what's or like Berserk, so like you put a giant sword in your book, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
So it's also that one's only four issues, and I think issue number 6 comes out this week. So I'm trying to catch up to that as well. But Kurt Pyers, who also wrote Galactic, like he knows how to do these really interesting, like mix a lot of element, like a lot of different genres kind of together. But yeah, that's the stuff I read that's not from this week. So all right, let's get into this week's comics. Maybe we can that way Clay can pick something to jump onto as he rejoins the comic book world.
Honestly, I'm just looking at it this way. I'm going to read my favorite characters unless the writer really fucks it up. And so right now, I'm really Moon Knight and Iron Fist, the Doom book. I need to get caught up on. Yes. But I'm out on X-Men. I'm out on these constant rebooted titles. That's where Marvel's lost me. There's no point in getting into anything when you're going to cancel it at issue 12 or issue 24. Yeah. I'll just read the trade, and maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I'll just get a library.
Yeah. Once it's all on Marvel Unlimited, I'm gonna go through all the Age of Revelation to tell people like this is why you should have skipped it. So like don't even go back. Or maybe there's 1 or 2 titles that are worth. Yeah, that's a whole other. That'll be our. That's a good part for our resolutions.
Yeah, and another thing I saw this week was if you live in Texas and you want a library card in Houston, you can apply and get it online and just read their digital library.
Yep.
Huge comic book dump this week. They got in a ton of new stuff. Yeah. And so it's just been another way for me to find books that I could read that I'm not having to drop a ton of cash for. They're just disappointments. And I hate saying that, but that's the downside of the collecting part of comics is sometimes you'll get a whole series and it's just a bust. Yeah. One of my favorite characters, Man Thing, has one of the worst runs is that R.L. Stine story.
Oh, where he talks.
Yeah. It's like, do you even understand the character?
Bro, have you read Man Thing?
Yeah, so it bums me out when I get a book like that from somebody who doesn't really understand the character. So right now I'm just reading favorite characters, not really following a writer or an artist. So that's the way I'm going to be collecting at this point.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. It's
for singles.
We got to change our approach to all this stuff too. Now, Jeff, did you see my pick of the week? Make sure you don't go through it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay,
it was
cool.
Nearly my pick of the week. I wonder if Marvel is freaking out a little bit because of the earlier this year. I've been on the what is Marvel doing bandwagon for about a half a year now, because I've noticed that as somebody that does read like 15 comics a week, I'm like, they're all mostly DC indie titles now, and my Marvel has been dwindling to almost nothing. When I noticed it, I went back and started looking at the sales. But Marvel still had that Age of Revelation had just launched, and that did really well for them sales wise because everybody wanted to buy in all the new number ones. So it looked like they were still doing well, and I was like, well, I guess I'm wrong because everybody's still buying Marvel. But all I had to do was wait a couple of months for everybody to catch up to my genius, because then all the absolutes finally knocked Marvel. Like the Age of Revelation stuff, like fell flat. And then all the absolute stuff started
absolute trades.
Killer. The DC half of the Batman Deadpool crossover happened, and so they knocked, I think, everything but Spider-Man. We talked about it, out of the top 10.
Spider-Man's the only one holding on for the life in the top 10.
Yeah,
that's some
clinging
good
to that wall. And I'm starting to see like best of, and all the best of they're all DC titles. Like it's either Absolute Wonder Woman or Batman Dark Patterns. Like I see Marvel is not like they're not even being mentioned in the discussion.
It's a Hayden Sherman book, regardless of what it is. That's
yeah. And so I'm like, wow, I think that also like they get Marvel's getting all the press on their compact stuff, or not Marvel, DC's getting all the good press on the compact stuff. Nobody's mentioning the Marvel Masterpiece Collection or whatever they're calling their things. I would be worried if I were Marvel, like where I'm just like, we are in the doghouse with our fandom right now.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Marvel is in the business of issue number one comics. That's it. They just want to put out that number one that gets a huge buy and doesn't look at long-term plans. I mean, they obviously have to for event books, but I don't think they think of long-term plans for like some of their characters. I mean, even their big X books are like a 2-year cancel reboot thing, and so it just bums me out because they don't look at long-term. Like, we're never going to see a Chris Claremont run ever on any book. I think the most we're ever going to see is like a Bendis type thing, but now it's 12 and 24 issues and done. That's it. That's what creators get. I
do want to mention, like, this is not on any of the creators, right? They don't have any control over how that's put out.
Because I know that's a Marvel problem.
Like Steve Orlando, he's just writing Scarlet Witch books. Whatever Marvel decides, I guess, whatever they want to call it, he's just continuing the story.
Yeah, that's the perfect example because every time he knows how to format that arc into something different, but he's still telling her story.
Right. So like, if that had just been called the Scarlet Witch series, it would be like at issue, I don't know, maybe 25 or something. But it's been going
on the third volume because she also did it with Quicksilver, so there's that run.
And now it's pivoting.
And the new volume starts this week. Like Scarlet Witch, Source of Spring starts this week. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not on the creators. It's on, like, I don't know, editorial.
It's the business side. If the business side could figure out to let the creatives be creative and not have to have an issue one for it to be successful, that's what I want to be able to pick up a random issue of a book and it just be as exciting as the first one.
Yeah.
But everyone, I'm not going to find that at Marvel. That's the problem with Marvel.
So, okay, well, that was our Marvel corner for the week again that we talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about all the DC books.
But you know why we get mad about it and we talk about it so much? Because we love Marvel books, and we know there's good stuff in there. It just gets lost in all this noise of number ones and reboots, and it makes it really hard to collect and makes it inaccessible for new readers. And that's why we're upset. Not because we don't have any stock. I don't know, any Disney stock. So
I don't care.
Although,
and I think that as somebody who's been reading comics a long time, like when you talk about Age of Revelation, going into it, my comic book sense was tingling, saying, don't fall for the bait, because like I've seen it too many times where they're like, this is the next big thing, and I'm like, I don't trust any of what you've been doing up until this point, so I don't understand why you think I'm going to trust you going into this going forward. So I didn't buy any of it. Like I dumped out of the X-Men completely, going like as it started,
and I bought into it because I thought
Yeah.
if anyone could write that long-term X-Men story, it's Gail Simone. And I thought they were really committed to her, and so I was really excited for that. But no, it was 12 issues.
yeah, my Taylor Swift and my inner Taylor Swift was like, I've heard this tell before, and I didn't like the ending, so I knew
Yeah.
I knew that it was coming. So all right, but let's talk
All
about
right.
comic books that we are excited that we read. So we'll go one on one, Jeff, till we run out, and then we'll do picks of the week, and then we'll get out of here because we're going pretty long already.
All right,
We gotta keep this under 2 hours.
The Guy in the Chair, number 3. This is a great comic. This is the guy in the chair and his super spy get caught up in spy hijinks that go awry. So not only are they meeting for the first time, of course the science geek has a bit of a crush on the spy girl. There's a little bit of super heroics. We're not like just straight up. It's not James Bond spy. It's more like Black Widow spy. So, but it's good. It's real good.
I picked up the first issue of TMNT Battle Nexus. I don't know if you guys can see. This is a Shredder that's in black and white because he's from the original comics. So this story is bringing in characters from all across the different dimensions, and it's like a big battle royale. It's gonna be a weekly thing, 4 or 5 issues from IDW. I was lucky enough that they allowed me to read the first 2. It's bonkers. Somebody did give me crap in one of the comments. He's like, "Who let this guy read TMNT?" Because I didn't know one of the characters' names, and I was like, "You know who let me read TMNT? IDW. They sent me the books, buddy." So yeah.
What was the character? What was the character?
Oh, I don't know. Like this Fox lady, like Raphael's ex-girlfriend from somewhere. I guess I don't know. I also don't
that
really know
comment again.
This Big Turtle, I don't know.
Turtles are for nerds. How about that?
I just don't know where they're from. Like they tell you the name here, but like I don't know what story they're from. Like I'm sorry I haven't read all 30 years of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Because some of the art looks familiar for some of the runs, and I thought that giant one was the movie version.
No, I wish that
not the Bay version, but he doesn't have the goggles.
The little robot, I think that at some point Donatello becomes when he dies or whatever. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun though. Like Tom Waltz, and they have a lot of writers in it, so it's a lot of people working on this.
Radical. Here's one of the crossover DC KO crossover fights: Red Hood versus the Joker.
Yeah, big battle everybody wanted to see,
and it does not disappoint. It's good. It's a good.
Tease me with a page. I want to see a page of blood.
The fight issues haven't all been great, but this one's been pretty good. Well, right off the bat, you get some of these teases in. I like that DC started doing like teaser pages in some of their background.
That's awesome,
dude! It's great. Dustin Wynn does art in this, and also
I love his work.
And also Giuseppe Camuncoli. So they have different artists because all the matches are 3 rounds or whatever. This is
there justice? Is there revenge?
I think the right person won the battle. I'll say that. That's as much as I'll say.
Can here's what I want to see happen. Here's what I hope. Here's one of my things that I hope happens in 2026. They've teased that Superboy Prime is going to be the new Superman for at least for a little bit after DCKO. Superboy Prime is a fourth wall breaking Deadpool like character who understands that they're in comics or whatever. And I really want him to meet up with Jason Todd, the Red Hood, to be like, actually I punched you back a lot. Like I did the punch that brought you back to life. Like I want them to get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be funny. I think it would be funny if Superboy Prime told Jason Todd that a bunch of people called in to have him killed. Would be an amazing thing that might break Jason Todd even more.
But also, there's an alternate story now that they've republished where you don't die.
Yeah.
The
There's
whole
alternate
Wonder
universe
Woman.
Hues.
Yeah. So,
Gosh,
yeah,
all I
like
can
that.
think of is what if Red Hood defeats the Joker? What if this is the timeline where we get the Red Hood that laughs and he poisons Red Hood on his death? That would be.
Oh yeah, because that's how the Batman Who Laughs became, right? He killed him and then he released that toxin. Oh, I like that. That's a good pitch.
Yeah, because you have more. You would have more. Well, I don't know. I mean, Jason has more of a reason to kill Joker than Batman does.
Yeah. Ooh, I like it. All right, what else, Jeff? Oh,
Call me
is it
DC.
me? It's me, right?
Is it your turn?
Yes, it's me. Because you did Red Hood. You just did this one. Trinity, daughter of Wonder Woman. This is the Julio Totino Tedesco cover with the corgis. Here's what the Belen Ortega cover looks like. This is really fun. Belen Ortega and Tom King, they hit the highlights, and they also set up a really interesting stuff for Wonder Woman. I think this is going to be a really fun trade. The video that I did actually talks about all 6 issues because I just went back and reread the whole thing. I had read a few, and then I heard Jeff talk about a few later on that I hadn't read. But it's great. Like the way this ends sets up something really fun, and it's all gonna pay off in the Wonder Woman book that's coming up. There's a lot of shit happening. Yeah, I'm very excited for the future of Wonder Woman. I think
it's a big month for Jason Todd, really.
Yeah, Jason Todd week we call it here.
Jason Todd weirdly plays a big part in this book. There's some time travel shenanigans.
There's time travel shenanigans in this, Clay. So yeah, very interesting. All right, what else, Jeff?
Hey, sticking with the DC, Justice League Unlimited number 14. Man, you want a book, Clay? You're talking about a book you can just jump in week to week, and it's just an action adventure book. That's this book. Everything's going haywire because of the DCKO stuff. The Earth, all the superheroes are trying to evacuate the Earth because Darkseid is turning Earth into the new apocalypse with all those big fire chambers coming out. But in the midst of all this, Neron, the devil of the DC universe, has given a bunch of villains superpowers. We don't know why yet. And so the heroes are trying to get people off the Earth. They're trying to fight these superpowered villains. And there's a team that is in hell trying to confront Neron. So it's just literally all hell's breaking loose.
But it's a team made up of time displaced heroes. So there's a warrior, Guy Gardner, that's been brought out from some. There's an owl woman, like from the Watchmen owl, like. So it's all time displaced heroes. So it's a Batman Beyond, I think. So yeah, it's really cool. It's like, dude, I'm telling you, Mark Waid.
Is it Exiles? I mean, we kind of.
It's kind of like Exiles.
It reads like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
that sounds fun. I dig that idea.
And then Neron is a villain that Mark Waid has been using since he began with he's, with the Devil and Essa from the beginning of his World's Finest. So yeah, I don't know. Mark Waid is incredible at this big bombastic shenanigans in superhero comics. So
yeah.
DCKO makes it worth reading all the tie-ins for all this stuff, which is a lot. But
does my boy Blue Devil show up? I love Blue Devil, and he's had a great arc, but he started off as a weird 80s character, and I'd love to see that version meet his modern version.
No,
he shows up in the Zatanna, in this most recent Zatanna run by Jamal Campbell, but he's not in this at all.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured because the villain is one of his villains from his past.
Yes. The Marvel Winter Special. This is the follow-up to their swimsuit issue from the summer. There's a little story that wraps around everything, but this is just an excuse to do pinups of the superheroes in winter swimwear. Yeah, there you go.
Dazzler.
That's I think that's the Captain Marvel. The when
That's
she had
Captain
the
Marvel.
yeah when she had the. I thought it was Dazzler too.
Yeah, because
It's Captain Marvel. No, you're right. It is Dazzler. It is
okay,
Dazzler.
yeah, she has the the emblem on her, on
I
her
forgot.
bikini top.
I got it mixed up. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'll
crazy.
give,
They did a whole. That's my
we'll give
favorite one.
yeah,
Namor.
this
The
Namor.
Annie Wu.
They offer
Namor.
skins in Marvel Rivals of the swimsuits, and you can play as the Punisher in a small bikini. That people will buy that skin for, and it's hilarious to watch him weld machine guns in a bikini
Yeah.
or in the little teeny bikini bottom.
I
There
do
is a
like
Captain
this.
Marvel. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the page that I was going to show. Captain Marvel and Spider Woman. So it's fun. It's the story in itself is like whatever. Roxanne is trying to make it's following up from the summer special. Roxanne figures, let's make the superheroes and put them in a swimsuit and that'll sell a magazine or whatever because we want money. And they kind of continue that idea in some sort of form or fashion. So it's very interesting. It's fun, and then like I said, the pinups are just kind of worth it to see all the pinups. I forgot they did a whole like this one's a whole thing. Like it's the full spread. Literally.
yeah.
Like it's literally the centerfold.
It's
Literally the
It's
centerfold.
literally the centerfold. And I love
There
that
is some.
you get to see the girls and outside.
like,
There's some fun
can
tongue in
Rogue
cheek.
actually get cold?
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have an
There's some
answer,
tongue in
but I like
cheekiness
it.
with like the corporations, like being like, "We're doing this for you,"
Right.
you know, because we're apologizing for the last thing they did. They terraform the Savage Land, and they turn it. They refreeze it. Is basically what they do to the Savage Land, and so all the heroes are like, "What are you doing? Like nobody asked for this." Which sounds extremely like Coca-Cola gives us an AI holiday ad, you know?
Yes.
Nobody asked. It's very corporations are so stupid, you know? Like
That's what happens when your CEO is a minotaur.
yeah.
All right, what else, Jeff?
Superman number 33,
Oh.
but really it's Lex Luthor versus the Demon.
Which this is Hayden Sherman cover?
Aiden Sherman artwork in the inside
Artwork
too.
in it too. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, like he's very Hayden Sherman. Like this guy's all over the place. I'm trying to find like here we go.
Yeah.
And then this is a great. Does Lex Luthor have a soul? That's a great.
Yeah, these
yes,
are fun.
Kind of.
These are fun.
He does, and it was sold as a child.
That's right. Now
That's right.
Etrigan's going after it, so it's good. These are all fun. Like I said,
Is it an all rhyming Etrigan?
It
Oh,
is,
Jeff,
and Lex Luthor makes
yeah.
fun of him for it. Lex Luthor's like, I hate rhyming. This and the last of the two Superman issues, both written by Joshua Williamson, really dig deep into like why Superman is fighting in this event in his issue versus Captain Marvel. And then this one, you get Lex's like, you know, and they're the same thing. They both are like, you know, I'm the person that needs to fix this. But you they're really deep dives into their personality, these last two issues. And I think they're great. I think it's interesting watching Lex Luthor fight the Demon, who he obviously doesn't have a whole lot of history with, but they get into like how Lex deals with mystical demon stuff. So it's good. It's a good issue.
Yep. All right. I have one more and then my pick of the week. This was almost my pick of the week. The Will of Doom with this really cool Sanford Green foil cover. Marvel doesn't give you the main cover.
That's great.
Yeah. That's why. So this is what prompted me to go back and read the Red Hulk. Because Doom has, you know, I guess, sorry, a little bit of spoilers if you haven't finished One World Under Doom. He dies and he leaves everything to Valeria.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
I actually, I'm like, I don't know if he dies. We don't know what happens to him.
Well, yeah.
It's comics, man.
That's true.
It's comics.
But the
they leave it
funnest
very
part,
open-ended.
The funnest part of this is that he has programmed the Doombots to continue to try to do his work, but because he's Doom, he's the only one that can rule the whole world. But his Doombots can rule over smaller municipalities. So one of them tries to become the mayor of a town. And yeah, it's insane. It's really fun though. I think this is Chip Zdarsky because he's the one in charge of Armageddon. And the thing is, these are gonna be the 4 main books that you have to keep up with if you want to do Armageddon.
Yeah.
So Fantastic Four, which most of us are already reading anyways. Zdarsky's Captain America, the Dungeons of Doom, which is going to be a new series, and then this Wolverine Armageddon book. So yeah, I'm very excited. But that's why I went back to read the Red Hulk because I was like, how did we get here? Because they do a good job of talking about it, but they don't give you the full story. So I was like, let me go figure out how we got here. So that's what I'm looking forward to reading. But it's really good. Like I said, almost if this other book hadn't come out, if my pick of the week hadn't come out this week, it would have been my pick of the week. So
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
Jeff, you can go on till you run out of books, I guess. Now.
Okay. We've got another fight for the Flash. This is Jay Garrick Green Lantern versus Guy Gardner, or Jay Garrick Flash versus Guy Gardner Green Lantern in the DCKO fight. But also Wally West is stuck in time with Bart Allen Impulse running from Darkseid's evil legion as they tried to solve things on their own. But this is written by Mark Waid, so it's just fun to watch Mark Waid write Wally West again.
Yeah,
and the fight between Green Lantern and Flash.
I think Mark Waid is plotting the Flash series too. Or at least he's a co-writer on it.
Yeah, he's a co-writer. Yeah, he's been a co-writer since the DCKO stuff.
He's plotting, so he wants to be involved with the Flash stuff. I mean, it's Mark Waid.
Yeah.
The Return of Absolute Martian Manhunter. This is such a good book written by Denise Camp with art by Javier Fernandez. Is that right? Javier Rodriguez.
Javier Rodriguez.
There's another hold the comic up to the light page in here. So if you like your comics see-through,
I like my comics like my underwear.
Yeah, hold them up to the light.
See-through.
This issue of Detective Comics, the latest issue of Detective Comics. What is this? 1104.
Yeah, I did pick these up. I just haven't read them.
Tom Taylor's just killing it on this book. Batman has a disease that makes him impervious to fear. Like he's slowly losing his ability to fear things. And he's like, oh, that's dangerous because I'm swinging off of buildings all the time and stuff. And he's like, he's also got some broken ribs. But yeah, so he's fighting the clock, trying to solve this thing. And he hasn't.
I thought you said the cloth. I was like,
he's fighting the cloth.
I don't remember any preachers in there.
And that's everything that I've read so far this week. I've got 3 that I have not read, and then 2.
I just want to show you 2 covers. I have a bunch of books I haven't read, but for the sake of time, I just want to show you guys 2 covers. This one, the Absolute Superman cover that I picked up. Holy moly!
Oh, that's a good one.
This
that's
is
one of the ones I haven't read yet.
Jarrell Perel. Yeah, I haven't read that. I need to catch up. And then you guys know I love a die cut cover, so I picked up this Void Rivals.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
The Quintesson War. So when you open it, you see the main
also one of the ones I haven't read.
So I'm excited. I need to catch up on Void Rivals so I can read this Quintesson War and start that.
Here, I'll show this real quick. This is the only other thing I haven't read. Is the latest issue of Justice League Godzilla Kong. Yeah.
Is there one more after that, right? I think there's 7 total.
I think there's one more. Yeah.
Okay. I like that Jeff just like committed to finishing that story.
I'm in.
One. Yeah.
I was able to get some of those from my library, so I'm going to try to get caught up.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to go DC all in on these series, you know?
You got to go DC all in.
They have DC and Marvel Godzilla, or in Kong. So
yeah, I don't know. Godzilla's all over. Luckily, his license is spread out through different companies like Toho and Legendary and whatever. So they can, they can be in multiple places.
I will say, much to probably Marvel's chagrin, that going all in on Justice League Godzilla Kong 2 means I will not be going all in on Godzilla Fights the Marvel Universe in Space, whatever the sequel to their
sequel is.
Yeah, whatever their sequel is.
Yeah, when they announced that, it really took the wind out of my sails with the Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, because I was like, well, I guess he's not going to.
Yeah. He doesn't do it then.
I guess doesn't do it. So, all right. Um, my pick of the week. It's probably no surprise to anyone, but it is Absolute Wonder Woman number 15, the first meeting of Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman. I also picked up this other cover because my shop had already pulled it for me, so I was not gonna say like, "Oh, put it back." This is incredible. Kelly Thompson. Like sometimes you see other writers writing your favorite characters, like Absolute Batman, and you're like, can they capture the voice? And she does it very well. Obviously, Hayden Sherman is the artist on this, and Wonder Woman. This is our first back signal we ever get in the Absolute Universe,
Whoa,
and it's made by Magic from Wonder Woman. It's
that's
great, and
cool as hell.
yeah, and I love Wonder Woman hanging out with Batman in any iteration. So I'm very excited. Yeah,
Who did
I
the
love this
art on
book.
that?
Hayden Sherman.
Hayden
It
Sherman.
looks like Tim Sale.
He does. He has a quality. Yeah, for sure. He has a Tim Sale, Frank Quietly type of quality. Like he grabbed the best of both of them and just kind of. I'm sure he read a lot of their stuff because it just yeah he has
It looks
that
great.
yeah.
He's the best of both worlds. He's the Hannah
He really
Montana
is.
of
What other books has he done? Because that name doesn't stick out to me.
Dark Patterns,
Dark
Batman
Patterns.
Dark Patterns.
Okay.
Yeah, and the he did a lot of horror stuff. One called from Dark Horse called Into the Unbeing. Oh, no, yeah, Into the Unbeing or something like that. There's
Yeah.
2 volumes of that. It's really good. But he did a lot of horror, and then he got launched into superheroes. I will say, Jeff, before I get your take on this, this is part 1 of a 2 kind of part crossover with these two. Diana's gonna show up in the next issue of Absolute Batman in January. I did get a chance to read it because it's on it's on the folder that I have access to. It's also very good, so I love them kind of working together. So
I did like the how Kelly Thompson writes Absolute Batman, because as I was reading it, I was like, Scott Snyder's Absolute Batman is very gruff. Like we've had glimpses of him, like before he took on the Batman mantle, where he has friends, but the last issue of Absolute Batman is just him yelling at Alfred, literally the whole issue, because Alfred is telling a story very slowly and boringly. But he doesn't. My idea of this Absolute Batman is somebody who does not get along with others. He's very much more alone than the current Batman in the current normal DC universe.
yeah,
And so watching Wonder Woman slowly not even tear down the wall, but she just shows up and he's just like kind of accepting of her, like right off the bat, because she is magical, and you just see her and you're just like, oh, she is what she is what she says she is. It almost loosened him up a little bit, to a point where I'm like, okay, I kind of, like it reminds me of the Batman that would have had been friends with Wayland before he got turned into Killer Croc and the Riddler and all that other stuff.
Wonder Woman is exactly what Batman also needs, because he has kind of lost all his friends and Selina's gone. And look, if I got anything from Justice League Unlimited, it's a shipping of Wonder Bat. Like I'm not opposed to that. I think my preferred ship is Catwoman and Batman, but I'm not opposed to a Wonder Bat. So.
But I really the way they left it, like, it put a smile on my face. Yeah, because they do mention Superman as well, but then they're kind of like, well, maybe we should all meet up, hang out, kind of thing. So it feels like, oh, and this was the start of a beautiful friendship, kind of thing, feeling.
It's weird that they quoted Lex Luthor from Zack Snyder's, like, we should start a league of our own. From that first end credit scene from the theatrical release. So all right, Jeff, just to close out, because we're running along, what is your pick of the week? Go.
My pick of the week is Harley and Ivy 2. It's by Erica Henderson, doing a great job of kind of covering actual history of these two characters. They make a reference to something that happened in Batman Nightfall, I think, in this book, and then they said, don't think about how long it's been since that, which I found very funny. but yeah, I love this. I love the characterization of how these two met and their relationship started to form. And it comes at a time when Joker cut his face off, and so everybody's like really uncomfortable with having to deal with the Joker. Like they run into a bunch of his old henchmen. They're like, we haven't talked to him since he cut his face off. We don't like dealing with him right now. So it's super entertaining. I love the artwork. I love their characters. It's just such a fun book. I love it.
Yeah, I'm trade waiting that. Now that I've read the first issue, it's great and I love it, but I just not enough room. There's not enough bandwidth, but I will definitely read that on the trade. So
yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we did it. We did a show. We're very long already. There's no
Great success.
There's very little comics coming out this week. Matter of fact, there's no DC comics coming out next week at all. They're taking a break. They're going back to the new 51. Only 51 weeks a year. But stay tuned because we have a lot of really cool stuff coming up. As I mentioned in January, we have a full slate. Hopefully, we can stick to that schedule. And remember, if you're watching this far, remember to fill out our survey for the end of the year. That closes out on the 31st. I'm closing it out. No more votes will be cast. Let us know what your best stuff is. You can find that in the description of this after the video on demand thing goes live, or you can check out our community post on YouTube. In the meanwhile, feel free to go check out some of our other videos for the week. That includes my almost best of 2025. Then we have a bunch of reviews, a few trailer reactions, and I also have a video where I show you my Christmas gifts. So there you go. Because I got some nerdy stuff. People know how to get to my heart, and they know it's all nerdy shit. So, alrighty. Anything else from you guys before we get out of here?
Nope.
Good.
Good. Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you had a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year, 2026. Bye, everybody.
The most important ththing in life will always be
Hail Bebo.
Little loves you.
Simon Sander, get the fuck out.
All right. Bye.
Get out of here, you weirdo.